It was a dark and stormy night. The wind rustled the leaves, and all of a sudden, boom! Welcome to the first episode of Warwood in a Nutshell.
But before we get into what's happening on this episode, a quick message from our sponsor.
Warwood office assistants are ready, willing, and be able to help you with a variety of tasks: copying, sorting, laminating, counting, shelving books. We do all this and more. Contact Miss Staple and let office assistants help you today.
Warwood.
Be ready for a chilling episode on this podcast. Today we plan speaking about Halloween. Then, a scary story. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Be ready for a chilling episode on this podcast. Today we plan on speaking about
Halloween then. Miss Kane's story time.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys an urban legend called the Legend of High Beams. Have you ever heard it before?
No.
Okay, brace yourselves. So there's this woman. She's leaving work late at night, and she's taking her usual route home along this dark, deserted highway. Before she gets on the highway, she stops at this gas station to grab a coffee, fill up her gas tank, get a little snack for the ride. After her stop, she gets back in the car and starts back with her drive home. Okay, you following?
Yeah, I'm following.
All right, a minute later, she's on the highway and she notices this car coming up behind her in her rearview mirror. The car starts flashing its headlights and swerving and just kind of driving erratically. She doesn't recognize the vehicle. She's getting a little afraid, so she speeds up the car to try to lose it. The car behind her keeps up with her, keeps speeding up as she speeds up, and then it puts on its high beams. The woman keeps speeding along. She's looking for anywhere that she can stop for help at this point. There's no houses, there's no stores, there's not even a turnoff for her car. Suddenly the car behind her lurches forward and rams into the back of her car and hits her bumper. At this point, she's afraid for her life, so she floors it. She's speeding away from this car behind her, and after a little bit, she's out of the dark, deserted highway, and she's back onto a city road with lights. She doesn't see the car behind her anymore. She thinks she's lost it. So she finally gets back home. She parks her car. She runs to her front door, rushes inside, and slams the door behind her. She looks out the window, and do you know what's sitting in her driveway?
I guess the car that was following her?
Yes, the car that was following her is sitting in her driveway. It pulled in right behind her. She sees this guy get out of the vehicle, and he's looking at her and telling her to call the police. And she's confused. She's looking at this guy like, you followed me home. You hit my car. But he is waving. He is yelling. And so she opens the door to see what he's talking about, just in time for him to run inside her house. And as she looks back out the window of her door, she sees the back door of her own car open. And a man in this long black coat with an axe gets out of her back seat. Okay? So before she knows what's happened, the man that was yelling at her to call the police has his phone in his hand, and she realizes that he already has the police on the phone. He already called them. So the police speed into her driveway as well, and they apprehend this man. So this man that had been in her backseat had gotten in the backseat at the gas station. And every time the man in the car behind her saw him, he would put on his high beams to try to warn her. So what he really did was save her life.
Dang.
Interesting story.
It is an interesting
I
story.
have a few questions though.
Okay, go ahead.
So is there a certain area this happened?
I'm not sure of the specific area. Maybe in Wheeling.
That sounds interesting. I may look up news reports later on that because I'm actually kind of curious now.
Well, what this story is an urban legend. And urban legends are stories that have been told for many years. And so there's a lot of different versions that kind of float around. And are they true? Are they not? No one really knows.
Well, there has to be some scientific proven fact.
All right. Did you guys like my story?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you're welcome.
Even if you think you already know basic safety precautions, studies show that on average, 2,300 people go missing on Halloween due to the inability to follow basic safety precautions. Now, let's get into some Halloween costumes. This Halloween, I would look out for some Power Ranger costumes Maybe even some Zombies 4 costumes, if you're lucky.
Nihio, my name is Luke Brodigard, and I'm in the 8th grade. For those who don't know, Nihio is Chinese for hi. I partake in archery and driving RC cars.
Lastly, I'm Joshua Parsons. I'm in the 7th grade, and I'd like to play football and track. Now that we've introduced ourselves, get ready for our first topic.
Now with our first topic. What did you think of this Halloween dance?
Well, I thought it was pretty cool. I really liked everyone's costumes. I especially liked Luke Brodigard's as the frontman from Squid Games.
Hmm. Well, I didn't really go, so I didn't get to see any of those. But that sounds pretty alright. So, all right. Is there anything else you want to say on your mind?
Just be careful on Halloween night.
Now on to topic 2.
Now we're going to be asking Jeremiah what his favorite candy is.
So this Halloween, I got some Sour Patch Kids with watermelon in it. I thought it was really good.
That's really nice. I really like Milky Way just for kind of the texture. Anything else on your mind?
Nah, but I think it was a pretty alright Halloween. Didn't really see a lot of stuff, but it was alright.
Halloween used to be different. Well, I'm Joshua Parsons,
I'm Jeremiah Greathouse.
and together we are Warwood in a nutshell. Well, we are Warwood in a nutshell. We will see you later.